Well, how's it going there, everyone? I want to welcome you to the stream. So, first of all, I want you to make sure you hit the like button, share the video. Later on, we'll be taking calls on Discord, so make sure you join that in the description below, and I'll be with you in a second. Alright, welcome everyone. So today we're going to be going over some gaming news today, and today with me I've got Patrick from NintenTalk. So say hello, Patrick.
How's it going, guys?
So first of all, I want to talk about the Castlevania series that was made into an anime. Did you end up catching up with that?
I did not see it. I've heard some great things about it, though.
So are you much of a Castlevania fan?
I'm not, I appreciate the series, but I'm not, an avid player of the series.
Okay, well, I'm not really a fan of the Castlevania series, but I'm a fan of Symphony of the Night. I absolutely love that game to death. That game it's absolutely phenomenal. I think anyone should play it. And if you're not even a Castlevania fan, if you have not played the series at all, that's fine. This series is fine for you because it's very welcoming to new watchers or whatever. It pretty much tells the story of Castlevania 3, and it's actually quite deep for only 4 episodes. And now they're planning on doing a second season, which is twice as long. It's about 8 episodes, and I'm going to assume they're finishing it up, wrapping it up. So, do you ever plan on watching this at all?
I'm definitely going to check it out. I've heard, I saw recently that they were talking about a Star Fox anime and stuff like that. So they seem to definitely be branching out, making some shows. So
Nintendo had a few shorts of that, didn't they?
Yeah,
that was pretty well
I think
animated.
they started that. Yeah, so I'm probably going to check this out.
I recommend anyone to check it out. It doesn't even matter. You don't even have to be a gaming fan to check it out. It is a shame that Konami really don't do anything. I think they hate the series.
Yep.
They have no, creative input onto the series at all. They pretty much gave it to this guy. What's his name? Let's check it out. Shankar, someone, Adi Shankar. But yeah, he's done very good animation with it. I say the pacing is very well, and the style of it, it's very brutal. I mean, this is one of the most brutal things I've watched ever. You got intestines flying out everywhere, and you got dead babies and stuff. It's
I don't know why I laughed at that.
Yeah, what the hell? You're crazy. No, but it really is good. It tells a great story. Dracula is an absolute badass in this. And I recommend absolutely anyone to watch it. I really want to go back and watch it again, just because it was that good.
It's only 4 episodes?
Yeah, it's only 4 episodes, 20 minutes long, so it's pretty much like watching a feature film, just a full movie. So it won't take you that long to get through. I recommend anyone to watch it. I think it's not like super Japanese anime. It's more catered toward an American audience, English speaking audience. So they don't add silly gags and stuff. It's definitely meant for anyone. It's rated R as well, which I never seen an anime that was rated R before. I don't have Netflix to watch it. I watched it through nefarious means because I don't watch TV shows and movies and that all the time. But yeah, if you got Netflix, there's no reason not to watch it. Seriously, especially if you're a gamer, there's no excuse to not watch this. It's short, and I look forward to seeing the second season. And the guy that is making it, he's actually working on an Assassin's Creed anime as well. Would you watch that?
Oh, definitely. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So, did you ever see that movie, the movie Assassin's Creed that just released?
I haven't. Was how was that?
Uh, it's kind of silly actually. It's really I didn't like it. I thought it was absolutely silly.
Yeah.
They couldn't have butchered that any more than I thought. Like I wouldn't even watch it if I were you. But you know, this guy has done a very good job with Castlevania, and I think he'll do a great job with. I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan. I played Black Flag because I love pirates and that, and I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed Origins because I feel like they're doing a lot more with the series. Instead of
Yep.
repeating from past games and that, they're actually adding like different ways to use combat and stuff. So, are you interested in that?
I don't know. I played a few of the recent Assassin's Creed games, and I wasn't too impressed. Like I definitely like the older ones. Black Flag, like you said, that was really good. But I feel like the series is kind of in a weird place right now. I feel like they've lost, I don't know, a
Really?
little bit of inspiration with that series.
Um, um, well, from recent games or Origins?
Recent games.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It feels a lot like a copy and paste sort of thing. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
They just keep using the same stuff and just adding little tiny things that don't really give it much of a um, difference of gameplay. But this is definitely a different thing. They've turned it into a full blown RPG as well. So
Yeah.
and
Looks good.
yeah, RPGs are definitely my thing. So I'm gonna be grabbing Assassin's Creed Origins. It's the first Assassin's Creed I'm actually hyped for. So that's something. You got me hooked. You done something right there, Ubisoft. Ubisoft have redeemed themselves a little bit over the past year, I think. I still
Mhm.
don't like them as a company that much.
Yeah, they had a pretty impressive E3 performance, but I'm always, I don't know. I don't really trust them to be honest,
No,
but
I don't trust them at all. But I used to not even support them like a couple of years ago or whatever because I just didn't like the things they were doing, like with the whole pre-order. They'll still add pre-order incentives on stuff like what was Far Cry 5. Didn't they announce like the pre-order for Far Cry 5 where pre-order early to get early access or DLC or whatever? Wasn't that more advertised than the game itself existing?
yeah,
That's how I
pretty much.
feel. Um,
I'm a huge Far Cry fan though.
okay.
Yeah.
Very few shooters I get interested in.
Yeah.
But Far Cry 3, I enjoyed the absolute crap out of that game.
Definitely. I liked Primal a lot. Yeah, but three's really good too.
Far Cry 3 was just crazy. The whole experience was just absolutely crazy. To me, like, you're playing as someone who has no experience with a gun, and he becomes like just this battle god at the end of this damn game. And a lot of people thought that was kind of stupid. How you just like, oh, some inexperienced guy just tore up this whole island. But no, I
Yeah.
didn't. Games don't have to be super realistic. You can get into a character who is just crazy as hell. And like him as I forgot, Jason, is that his name?
I think so.
I can't remember. I haven't played the game in a long time. But like his character progression, I thought was just really, really good. So that's what got me invested into that game.
Hmm.
But then I saw Far Cry 4 and I looked at it and gameplay looked exactly the same, just a different environment that I wasn't too interested in.
Yeah. I like the series, but I don't know. I feel like that's kind of running dry too.
Oh, well, we'll have to see. Maybe they're
Yeah.
going to do something new with this one. I feel like this new one's a more story based, more story focused.
Hmm.
So I mean, really depends. It's a wait and see for me. Hard to get into shooters again. Um,
Yeah.
but we completely got off this Castlevania thing. We're gonna get off it in a second, but the guy who's making it, he was asked in an interview what kind of other Nintendo franchises would you work on besides Castlevania, And then he said he would work on a Metroid. That's what he wants to work
Yes,
on.
I did hear that.
And I'm like, oh, if this guy works, I mean, Nintendo would be kind of stupid not to let this guy use Metroid. Um, Other M tried to like dive into a lot of backstory with Samus, and a lot of people weren't happy with that. To be honest, I don't think it works very well in a game to go that far in a backstory. It works better if you make like a mini series or something.
Yeah.
And I think he could tell the story better through anime because there's no gameplay involved. You can go all out, make the story however you want. And seeing what he did with Castlevania, I think he could do an absolute great job with Metroid.
Yeah, I wasn't too surprised when I heard it because I feel like Nintendo is going to ride this whole Metroid wave. Even though Metroid, I mean, historically is not a big selling game at all, but I think a lot of people are excited to see, obviously on the Switch, but yeah, I think you're going to see a lot more Metroid stuff coming out.
I mean, yeah, Nintendo is they're recognizing the series how it should be right now. I know it doesn't sell very well, but you gotta cater to the fans what they want. The hardcore fans will buy Metroid, and you're just gonna get sales from that because Nintendo fans will always support your first party games, which is very plentiful for the Switch this year at least.
Yep.
Yeah, so Metroid Prime 4 is gonna be awesome. Even if we haven't seen anything, it's gonna be sick. Yeah, but I would love to see a Metroid anime. Because I just want to see Samus in it. Like, I want to see her in combat outside of gameplay. That would just be kind of cool to see.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It's going to be highly criticized though. Like they got to be careful with it. But I think he'll do a good job.
Oh nah, he'll do it. Yeah, he'll be fine. I think people were ready to shit on Castlevania, but it ended up being really good. So I give it like a 9 out of 10. The Castlevania. So.
Oh really? Wow, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it's really worth watching. Okay, so actually I want to remind, wait, is anyone in the Discord right now? Oh, okay. So come join if you want to ask any questions or share any opinions. Join in the call now chat and I'll drag you in. Just be prepared to come into the chat. So I'll be taking calls throughout the show. Okay, so I just want to move on. This is a sort of lame story right here. So are you familiar with the game Lawbreakers?
Lawbreakers? No, what is that?
It's pretty much like an Overwatch clone.
Oh, okay.
It's just a online shooter, and you play as ninjas as well. So it's like a mixture of ninjas and shooters.
Is that PC?
PC, PS4.
Okay.
It does kind of look fun actually, but I'm not that like interested in it too much. I wouldn't really invest my money into it. If there's a beta, I might play it or whatever. I probably wouldn't invest money into it.
Yeah.
And it's not, yeah. So it was an interview. This is kind of a silly like thing to say. So he pretty much says that they have to try really hard to put it on the Xbox because the controller is different to the PlayStation 4. It's not really. Like, you got the thumbstick that is slightly down tilted.
Yeah, the same amount of buttons.
Yeah, right? And then they simply flat out say that the Joy-Cons simply don't have enough buttons.
Oh my god.
That's my favorite.
It's like, dude, if you don't want to support Nintendo, just say it. Like, don't
this
come
is
up with
actually
these
my
stupid...
favorite excuse ever. I can't even get mad at them. It literally has the same amount of buttons. You cannot count the share button. Like you got the screenshot button on the Switch. You can't count the share button as an extra button. And like the little screen you got on the PS4 controller, it's nothing. It does nothing at all. Like, when do you ever use the touchpad on it?
Seriously.
And it's got a large ass light that completely drains the battery in like an hour. Oh, Someone just subscribed.
Sweet.
Hold on. I missed that. Soaring
Yes,
Eagle
subscribe.
Sniper. Thank you. Thank you very much for subscribing. Yeah. It's just a really silly thing to say in an interview. Like, just say you don't want to bother. I'd rather hear you don't want to bother or it's not going to sell instead of making these silly excuses like a lot of third parties are doing these days.
Do you think third-party companies are scared to like put anything on the Switch? Like, it's kind of
Absolutely.
weird. Yeah, it's weird though. I mean, the Switch is like the in thing right now. I mean, personally, I've said this before. I think it's just because no one has a Switch, pretty much. I think next year you're going to see like third parties running towards the Switch.
Oh yeah, of course. Like I don't like this whole wait and see approach. If you put
Yeah,
your games on it now, you're gonna get the trust of Nintendo fans.
yeah,
It's really that simple. Like this thing is it's gonna blow up in people's faces, and it's probably gonna outsell the PS4. Just being honest right now, it's people in Japan can't even get their hands on the system. They literally have to take lottery tickets to be able to stand in line to get it.
it's nuts, dude. Do you think we'll see like Wii numbers with this?
Oh, how much did the Wii sell?
It was like well
Is
over
it
a
like
hundred.
around 100?
Yeah, I think it was over 100 million.
That's crazy. What the hell? Um, I don't know. It probably. I don't think it'll reach the Wii numbers because just people have just completely gotten off the whole Nintendo systems and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel. They're also contending with. These days people are obsessed with smartphones.
Mm-hmm.
People just want to keep getting smartphones. Like every year, people replace their smartphone. I've had my iPhone 5 for about nearly 4 years now, and the battery dies after like half a day, and I have to bring an extra battery pack with me to work. And I'm not even like playing any videos or anything. That's just music. But yeah, they're pretty much built to die after a while, and people just keep replacing it, and they have the belief that I have to keep replacing this or else my other phone's gonna die, or they just want to stick with the common fad of just getting what's
Yeah.
new.
So it looks like JD has a question in the chat.
Oh, oh, I can't read this.
I wonder if Nintendo was careful to approach third party as to not have their console info leaked. Was there like info being leaked from like games being ported to the Switch or something?
I no, not that I've heard. They're really not allowed to. They wouldn't be allowed to, would they? Leak information about what?
Yeah, I'm kind of interested. Please elaborate, JD.
Like dev kits and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
I don't remember
if people
hearing
get their
anything about
hands on dev kits, anyone can make this games for the Switch. Not legally, of course.
that. Yeah.
They actually have to get permission to put a game on the Switch, or actually develop with their system. But yeah, that would be kind of a concerning thing. But I think third parties would know better to not leak stuff in terms
Yeah.
of system information. That wouldn't be a thing. That well, we'll get into the hacking later. There's something about the Switch that can be hacked.
Oh,
But,
really? Okay.
yeah. But first of all, I want to get into. Hold on. Let me check Discord. Okay. Anyone who's listening right now, go down to the description, click on the Discord server, and join the call if you want to ask any questions live, as opposed to typing all your stuff in the chat and me completely ignoring it because I'm not really looking at the chat that much. But no, that's okay. Yeah, WWE 2K18. Are you a wrestling fan at all?
I kind of want to buy this just to support 2K, like just third parties, but I'm probably gonna get NBA 2K.
I like what 2K is doing. They're actually supporting the Switch. They're actually putting their heart out there, getting their games on it. They didn't make a half-ass announcement, just say, oh yeah, our game's coming to the Switch. No, this is the full-blown current generation game that is coming to the Switch. And I praise them for it. And I'm going to support 2K18. I don't care for basketball, but I will support WWE because I am a WWE fan. I love wrestling.
Yeah, it'll definitely be fun. And like you said, it's the full game from what I heard.
Yeah, it's the full game. So
Yeah.
it just comes down to, you got the portable version, which is, in my opinion, the superior version.
Yep.
It's like you don't need to have mind-blowing graphics to have a good experience. It does the job well, and that's all you really need. I think the wrestling games aren't that great. The gameplay is sort of meh. It's just really rehashed and repeated copy and paste.
Yeah, it's really slow.
Yeah, it is really slow, but that's the thing about wrestling. Like you gotta you gotta sell
Yeah.
the moves, yeah. Um and like the last one I had was 2K13 and I thought that was meh, whatever. But I think the roster is going to be very good for this game, and I'm probably going to get it just because the roster is going to be pretty good. Because
Yeah.
I love a lot of the wrestlers that are in there right now. And we got I hope Jeff Hardy's in there. Jeff Hardy's my favorite wrestler.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people from NXT are coming up and will probably be in the game. But yeah, pretty much because of the roster, and I want to support the game. I want to support 2K for actually putting their games and putting some effort into telling us about it, because they actually had some adverts during Raw saying that this game is coming to the Switch. That wasn't just
Yeah.
a one-off promo. Like they straight up advertised it on the show.
Yeah, there was like a wrestler like in
Yeah,
like an ad or
Seth
something.
Rollins was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they're actually putting some effort into advertising their game. So, hats off to 2K for doing that. Now I want to hold on a second. Rightio. Well, okay, so let's get into the whole hackers thing for the Nintendo Switch. So there's a thing called the kernel, which is pretty much the operating system dev kit.
Yep.
Sort of, and it allows people to exploit the system, kind of like if you know about using the PSP to use hacked games and stuff, just to straight up put games on the PSP itself and play them. That's pretty much why people have a PSP, to hack it.
Yeah.
Like, do you have one?
I don't. No, I've never had one.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, that's pretty much why people have a PSP, just so they can hack it and get all the games on it. And it's easy to do as well. And then you have the Wii situation where you can literally do anything on the Wii. You have to jump through a bunch of hoops. I never did it. I never hacked my Wii.
Yeah, I never did it.
Because I just couldn't be bothered. It just seemed like a big hassle to do. But you could pretty much rip any virtual console game off that system any way you want, just by downloading files off the internet, because the Wii never had updates or anything. So anyone could do it. And then it happened for the 3DS, and the 3DS has a bunch of updates which keeps messing with the whole situation. And 3DS, you can't really do much, like you can't download games and stuff for free in that. You can pretty much just edit save files in that. Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, you can just edit save files. It works for Pokemon because Pokemon has this. When it comes to Pokemon competitive, you have to be very precise with how you edit your Pokemon, and you can't really get those Pokemon without breeding multiple Pokemon. So people just usually hack the 3DS and edit the save file to get the Pokemon they want. I just really hope this Nintendo release some sort of simulator game for battling and that, because trying to make your perfect Pokemon is such a hassle.
Yeah, it really is.
yeah. But yeah, what do you? How do you think this will affect the Switch in any way? Like in terms of people might be able to download games for free onto the Switch or edit save files. How do you think that's going to work?
First of all, screw those people because I think it is going to hurt it a little bit, but I think Nintendo is going to be on top of it. The system I'm pretty sure updates quite a bit, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't think it will be a problem though.
it pretty much has an update just to put games on the eShop.
Yeah.
It gets updated all the time. And Nintendo, they always have very high security with their systems. Like you never hear about Nintendo getting hacked by some online guy, you know, like Lizard Squad
Yeah.
or something. Sony and that, they always get hacked all the time. Where you don't put your credit card on Sony's store because it can get really messy or whatever. Nintendo, what's up?
Didn't they give like a bunch of people like a bunch of free games for that?
I don't know. I wouldn't say so because it's Sony.
Yeah.
But Nintendo usually have like a very high security.
Yep.
When it comes to their online infrastructure. Yeah, so I don't, it can only just be like looked into now. It's not exploited completely, but people are looking into vulnerable exploits or whatever. I wouldn't do it because I don't want to get my system bricked if Nintendo find out about something.
Yeah.
I would never do that. And
no, I would never.
If I want to get a game, I'll just buy it. Like,
yeah.
if I want a game, I want to support it. I want to actually support the developer when I get the game.
No, I completely agree. I don't. Games aren't coming out fast enough to do that. I mean, we're getting like a major title like every month, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't see why. I can afford to buy games. Like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I mean, I'd say it's mostly children and stuff that want to do this.
Yeah.
Any adult probably just doesn't really care enough to do it. But I mean, shit happens. Whatever. Okay, we're gonna get away from that. So let's just talk about our most anticipated games, whether it's Nintendo. I assume your most anticipated games are all from Nintendo.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the other companies don't. Well, I mean, what kind of exclusives does Sony have coming out? Name one. Nice talk. and then you got and then you got Xbox who are releasing Crackdown, which kind of looks boring as hell.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really into that. What was that Prison Break game? Was that exclusive for Microsoft or no?
No, I think it's multiplayer. That's
okay.
the one EA showed.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It's co-op only though, so
yeah.
I don't know about that. I think it's only local actually, which would kind of be a silly move.
Yeah, that's old school right there. That's kind of weird that it would be coming out now.
I don't know. I'm not really invested into the whole Prison Break story or whatever.
Yeah.
But I heard, a lot of people might be interested in it. Yeah, so just let's go from the top. What is like your 5 most anticipated games? What's your first one on the list?
It's gonna be the easy answer. It's gonna be Odyssey.
Odyssey,
the biggest one.
Your most anticipated one?
Most anticipated one, I think. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like it's something that Nintendo hasn't done in a while. I know a lot of people were upset with 3D World and stuff. This looks like a great game. I'm a giant Banjo-Kazooie fan, and just seeing like all the transformations and stuff just brought me back to that. So definitely looking forward to that one.
Okay. Yeah, Mario Odyssey, it looks like a Game of the Year contender with Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
It probably wouldn't beat it for me because Breath of the Wild's one of my favorite series. Sorry, Zelda's one of my favorite series.
It's so good. That game's so good.
Yeah. I can't wait for the new DLC that's coming. That's going to elaborate more on the story. That's the only problem I had with Breath of the Wild. The story was just a bit meh.
Yeah, it
It,
like told the story through like those memories. I mean,
yeah,
it was good, but
it felt like more of a Dark Souls thing where you have to actually look up the lore of what's going on. You go find journals in the places and talk to people and that
yep.
to get like an update of what's going on in the world. So you sort of have to have a different perspective of how it actually is a good storytelling game. But I thought it did meh. Like the ending was, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was just like, okay, it was alright. That was a cool boss fight, but it's over.
Yeah, it wasn't really memorable. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say this, but like Lionel's and Guardians at times could be way harder to beat than Ganon. Everyone
I
knows it's
mean,
Ganon.
Guardians became whatever because if you got the timing down for parrying the beams, you could kill them. But
Yeah.
that definitely has changed in hard mode. I versed Guardians, even the standalone Guardians that just stay put. They have added a new delay to their beam. So
Oh,
you
really?
can't predict like where the laser's gonna come from. So yeah, they're definitely a legit threat now. You have to actually keep up with. There's no timing. There's either they do the same beam or they delay it by a second. And then when they
Yep.
delay it, you're screwed. You get pummeled by the beam. Yeah, but they've added some nice little changes to the hard mode, which I really appreciate. Normal mode got pretty damn easy for me. Once you start getting good weapons, it's not too much of a problem. But yeah, Mario Odyssey. That it really does look like the toppest of tier games. I think that's gonna be in contendership with Super Mario 64.
Definitely.
I think
It
it's gonna be
looks it
better.
looks so fresh.
And they've added a bunch of new stuff to make it fresh again. So what more can you ask for a Mario game? It's the Mario game that we've all dreamed for. That's what the Mario game I've dreamed for. And I'm happy we're getting it, and it's coming out a lot sooner than we think. And I can tell that game's been in development for a long time because it just looks finished. It is finished, isn't it? They're just
Yeah,
pretty much adding
definitely.
polish. That's what Nintendo do. They finish their games, they add polish to it later, and then it looks progressively better as you see it through trailers. And they were showing that off in the treehouse during E3. I watched it for like 10 minutes, then I turned it off because I didn't want to see any more level spoilers. I wanted to experience the levels for myself. So I know I've seen a bit of New Donk City and that's about it.
I think we have someone in the trying to
Cool.
call.
Oh, okay, here we go. No name? King, welcome to the show.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Not bad, we're just chilling talking about some Nintendo.
Talking about
Why,
some
you can't hear me?
2017 games.
This is weird hearing myself on a live stream.
You got
What?
do you have a question? Any opinions?
I mean, the Switch. I mean, if you're looking at Splatoon 2, honestly, the game, in my opinion, it doesn't look like the best. The graphics, I know graphics aren't the biggest thing in games, but the graphics just don't look the greatest. The games, I mean, I give Nintendo credit for nerfing quick respawn and stealth jump. They really needed that.
Okay.
And I mean,
Is that really like a big thing, respawn jump?
a quick respawn and stealth jump is huge in Splatoon. That's all Luna Blasters use.
Okay.
Is quick respawn and stealth jump because that's all they use is to get trades. And
I'm
they
not
get
too
better-
familiar with the
better.
current meta of Splatoon, so I wouldn't know that.
Well, this is an S and F plus ranking. That's how people usually rank up. They usually just use a crap ton of quick respawn and stealth jump, and they just jump back in.
So you're a hardcore Splatoon player, right?
I'm
you
up
just
there. Yeah, I
follow
guess
it?
you can say that.
Okay. No, I feel like this game is adding a lot more and improving a lot more on the competitive scene. Like, you can customize your character, like with, you got your different skills that you put on. You remember you had to save scum to get different abilities on your character.
Mm-hmm.
that was a
Yeah,
pain. I
never
didn't even
saved
want to
some.
do that because that was just not that fun at all. No one wants to save
I
scum.
never saved some. Nope.
And it's
I
like
never
you have
did
to
that.
jump through a bunch of hoops to do it as well.
Yeah.
So King, they fixed that in Splatoon 2?
Apparently, I've heard they nerfed quick respawn. So if you like get a trade, you still respawn in the same amount of time. I mean, that's what I've heard. I don't have a Switch, so like I'm not that big in Splatoon 2 yet. But I'm saving up
Okay.
for a Switch, so I mean, it's a hard grind.
I think
So you don't think it's like a true sequel? You don't see enough content there for it to be like
I think it's a whole. I think it's a whole different game.
Yeah.
Honestly.
yeah, I'm with you there. It definitely
they
doesn't
just
feel like a
changed so
repeated thing.
much. They changed so much.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely, I
18
agree.
turf is now different. Levels are different. People are different. The layout is completely different.
Yeah, I don't
It
know
looks
why
so
people are treating
complicated.
this like it's an upgraded game.
It's not. It's like a whole different game, as I can say.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go a little bit off topic and say the same thing with MK8 Deluxe.
And oh, that
Mario Kart
really?
8 Deluxe. Mm-hmm.
That just feels
Basically,
like
You
a
think
straight
Mario?
port.
You know what though? He does have a point because even like I noticed this when I was playing the deluxe version. Even having two items makes it a completely different game.
mm-hmm.
Well, I don't
Because
know
like,
about that, but
because like, if you're like in I don't know like 8th place and you get like a item box and it's like a star, you don't have to use that right away. Like you can actually like
Nope,
save
it's
it.
called what is it called? Oh crap! I just watched a video on it.
the random items you get has improved though. I can tell that.
Yeah.
Like the noise box that blocks everything, including blue shells, that's a lot more common.
Sound horn.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing. Can you switch between items? I never knew how to do that.
I don't think so.
See, I think that's where it comes in, like where the double items just don't really mean much to me, where you can't switch the items at all.
Yeah.
True. I mean, the battle mode is like phenomenal. I just like lost interest in it after like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I wanna
battle
say,
battle
like,
mode is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, the battle mode on just regular MK8 was probably the worst thing in the game. You only had 8
Oh, yeah.
courses, and they were the crappiest courses in the games. Toad Harbor, Donut Plains, like just boring stages, and like
I
Yeah.
I mean,
agree.
I can say myself, I was a hardcore Mario Kart 8. I've gotten over like 20,000 VR. Like I was up there. I knew how to fire hop. I was a pro Mario Kart 8 player, and then like it just stopped. I heard you can't fire hop in MK Deluxe.
Yeah, I don't go that hard on Mario Kart. Like, I can't play. I can't go for more like an hour than on Mario Kart. It's just that simple.
I used to play Mario Kart 8 all the time.
I play for an
Yeah,
hour and then I have to get off because I just kind of get bored of it.
I mean, I've been seeing lots of hackers recently in Mario Kart 8. You'll just join a random lobby and they'll be hackers because
On
they
the Wii
just
U?
don't care. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, you can put Sonic in
Mario
it,
Kart
can't
8.
you?
Uh,
I heard that somewhere. I know you can put Sonic in the game.
I never seen that. I mean, I know you can have a Mii suit, I think, in Sonic, but I mean, I don't know about just straight up Sonic the Hedgehog, just straight in Mario Kart
I'm
8.
talking about hackers who can like edit like the design of stuff. You know, the people who edit
Yeah,
Smash Bros.
I
4. You
believe
can
it.
add like Captain Falcon
I
skin.
mean, if they go deep enough in the code, I bet you they can do shit about that. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm allowed to cuss on this stream. I don't know if 11-year-olds are watching this stream and be like, "Mommy, he's cussing."
Yeah, I think Nintendo have that. Well, I mean, you can only chat to friends, right, on the app. That's
Yeah.
that's what I heard
What are
in
you
the
talking
Splatoon
about?
2 direct.
Oh, they got what? Are they doing like voice chatting? Did they add voice chat or something now? And,
Yeah, there's voice
Splatoon
chat,
2?
but I think you have to be in like a friend lobby.
So it's basically like Discord, but without Discord.
And you need to hook it to your phone, and then to hear audio through your game volume, and that you have to hook it up to your Switch, and then it's all a big mess.
Did they confirm like voice chat for every single game?
I haven't been paying attention to it, to be
Cross
honest
game
with you.
chat, I don't think is a thing
So it's just Splatoon?
for now.
Okay.
For now, probably.
Yeah,
I could
Well,
live with that.
yeah. Well, You can stay in the call if you want. So I'm gonna get on to my next most anticipated game, which is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
So that's your number 2?
That's my number 2.
Okay.
I just put Mario Odyssey at the front because you said it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not to interrupt you, but Mario Odyssey looks like a great, fantastic game.
Yeah.
Just straight up 10 out of 10.
Definitely.
Definitely looks like one of the best games ever created. It just proves that the new development team of Nintendo has just done some remarkable things.
Nintendo can pull out ideas out of the bag like a freaking magician.
The thing is, they master their system, so they know exactly what the system can do, and they're doing like some graphical overhauls. Like if you look into the distance in Mario Odyssey or something, it's just a flat image, but it looks like a 3D plane. But as you go closer to it, it turns into the playable plane that you have.
Yep.
I don't know how I can explain that really, but they really did some like little tweaks to make it look like it's graphically superior than just anything else.
How do you feel about the 2D kind of sections?
Okay, so I think that's the part where I stopped watching and then didn't want any more stage spoilers.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you can say whatever you want. I mean, I just didn't want to see it. I want to see it for the first time when I play it. So I don't want to see like the exact play out of what's happening in the stage. I sort of want to discover how I'm going to get that moon. But yeah, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I think Ubisoft are doing a great job with this.
Yeah.
All the talk about them not supporting the Wii U, I think this is what it's come down to. They've been working on this for the past 3 years, and they've done an excellent job with it. It's pretty much.
Do you like those like XCOM games?
No.
No.
No. I don't care for strategy games too much. The extent of my strategy games that I like to play are probably Fire Emblem. That's pretty much it. And because it's like half RPG, half strategy. But this is an RPG as well. Like you got different weapons that you can equip. See you later, King. Thanks for calling. But yeah, you can add a bunch of weapons and stuff to each character, and you know they have unique playstyles that you can add, and they've added skill trees, so automatically it's like an RPG.
Yep. It looks like a good game. Looks like a good like couch like multiplayer game.
I don't know about that. I think it. I really don't know about that. I think there are other games that work better as a couch multiplayer game, but it just feels like an RPG that you need to assign your characters to what exactly they're doing and how you want to do it.
Yep.
Are you like invested into this?
I like it, man. I watched the whole like presentation thing. I watched a lot of the treehouse for it. It looks like a very, very good game. It's a weird mashup. Like I'm not really a big Rayman fan, but it looks like a very fun game. I like it.
Okay, yeah, I'm really excited for it. You know, a lot of people don't like the Rabbids.
Yep.
They're not like they've got a bad rep. Like they've always been in minigame collections. And, you know, a lot of people don't want to invest their time into that because, you know, it's not that good. And they're actually doing something good with the Rabbids. They're not just dragging Rayman down. That's how I felt they were doing. They were dragging the Rayman series down. And then Rayman Legends came out and that was a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, they're actually doing something really nice with the Rabbids, and they're doing it the right way that I would want them to do it. So I'm really invested into this game and I can't wait. What would your number 2 game be?
My number 2 game, I think it would be probably Xenoblade 2. That game looks really good.
Okay. Xenoblade. Yes, I'll get into that later. I'll get into Xenoblade. But yeah, what's interesting to you about Xenoblade?
I was just really into X. That was actually my first exposure with it. I haven't even played the original one, but
Okay.
it looks graphically, it looks good. It's a little different style than X was, but it's, I don't know, it's just pretty impressive that it's, I think it's coming out this year.
Yeah, it is.
They can,
I'm gonna
yeah,
assume it's like December though.
yeah.
Yeah, there was like an interview. They were saying they chose that art style because they can add more expression to the characters, like their faces and that, as opposed
Oh,
to
okay.
if you see X, you know, they look very stale. The characters look very stale and robotic.
Yep.
I'm huge on Xenoblade. I put like over 300 hours on X, and I played the
Okay.
absolute crap out of. Well, my favorite game of all time is Xenoblade Chronicles, so that pretty much explains my hype for this game.
Would that be your like number
Yeah, that's
two?
my number one.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
Yeah, that's my most hyped game. Well, we'll just talk about Xenoblade right now. So yeah, no, that in the interview he was saying it's got a lot more focus on exploration than X. I don't know about that because X kind of had, I think, had like the flawless exploration to it. Like the world was just insanely huge, and there was just so much to do in every single section of the game.
Yeah.
And then once you get to end game, you can have like crazy character builds. So it's like the RPG of my dreams, but without the story. I felt the story was
That
kind
freaking
of
skill,
meh.
man, took me forever to get.
Skills. Yeah, they can get pretty OP, man. They can one shot like the super bosses and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like what they did with the skills. It adds a bit more variety as opposed to just using your normal character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and your character can get like just as powerful as your skill. So each playstyle can suit anyone, however you want to play. X was done very well. Clearly no focus on the story too much, but you know, they've said the story is the main focus for this game.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
good because X was a little linear for me.
Really?
The story?
Well, yeah, the story is always going to be linear, kind of. There's always
Yeah.
a get from A to B in every game. But, like, you're not limited, really. Like, you can explore anywhere you want. I mean, hell, you can go to Coldros at the start of the game if you wanted.
True.
But I guess that's how you played it. Like, did you just, like, focus on the story mostly?
I focused on it at first, and then I was like, I just always get distracted in open world games.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I was just expecting too much from the story because I heard great things about the first one. It was just okay for me, story wise.
Yeah, I love the story of the first one, and I don't mind if Xenoblade 2 isn't like as good as the first one. I don't think any game could really beat my love for Xenoblade, the first one. But like this has a lot of potential to be. It's going to have a better story than X.
Yeah.
I can tell because that's their focus. And they said it's going to be like bigger, more worlds. They said more worlds, and I don't know if that means they're larger or there's just simply more areas to explore because you're traveling on these large behemoths,
Mm-hmm.
and they are going to be large environments. But just because there's more of them doesn't make it more deep or larger than X. In terms of like a super large overworld or open world, I think Xenoblade X and Breath of the Wild just nailed it.
Yeah.
I can't tell what's my favorite of them.
Between X and Breath of the
Breath of
Wild.
the Wild, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like X had a little more variety in terms of like,
Because there's literally a
like,
quest in every single section of the map.
yeah.
There's something to achieve in every single point of the whole game. But it depends if you want to invest that much time into it.
Yeah, I feel like X kind of filled their spaces more too with like enemies and stuff. I mean, Breath of the Wild, it has its reasons for being kind of empty, but X had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Anyway, it just comes down to preference. Like Zelda's just a complete action game, and it's not.
Yeah.
You don't have to build your character. like perfect stats and stuff. It's just I'm huge on RPGs, so I don't know if I would choose X over Breath of the Wild, but they're pretty even.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, well, yeah, I'm definitely my most hyped game, Xenoblade 2. We don't know anything about the story. I think I might start avoiding any story spoilers because I want to
Yeah,
experience
dude.
this game
I'm
completely
avoiding like
fresh.
everything.
Yeah, so don't go to Game Explain, everyone.
Well, don't go anyway, but
Yeah, avoid the internet completely.
yeah. Oh, looks like we got another caller.
Oopsie, what have I done? Having a hard time dragging this. There we go. Enmil
There
9,
we go.
welcome to the show.
Ahoy, hoy, how's it going?
Not much, was just talking about some Nintendo, our most anticipated games. What you got?
Who is we? Who are we talking about?
We're talking about the Nintendo games that we're most hyped for the year.
Oh, alright. Well, I guess Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Oh, yes,
really?
I forgot
Nice.
to add that. I didn't even have that in my top 5 list.
So
Yeah.
what's different about it? Like, it's a completely new story?
Ultra. Apparently.
Well, we actually don't know anything.
Oh, okay.
Now, I feel okay. Now, a lot of people went on the hate train because, oh no, it's not coming for the Switch. And then
I was a part of that hate train.
So was
okay,
I.
I wasn't because I wasn't because I'm a huge Nintendo fan and huge Pokemon fan, and I'll take whatever they throw at me.
Very true. Hey, we have another caller. I don't know if you want to add two at once, but sweet.
You're on the show. Welcome.
All right.
Oh, over the top rope. Okay. No, I think Sun and Ultra Sun and Moon is going to have enough. They always add something new. Like Black and White too. I feel like they added a lot, especially when it comes to the metagame.
Yeah.
They added a lot more different forms to Pokemon, and the story was a lot more focused on and completely different. And I feel like they're going to do the same thing with Ultra Sun and Moon. So, it's going to be a good game. The Game Freak they always, they nail it every time they release a Pokemon game. It doesn't matter if it's like a sequel or whatever, direct sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And Will 9, thanks for calling. But yeah, no, I'm super invested into it. To me, it's just a placeholder until they're developing the Switch game for me. So if they don't have to put more effort into creating a completely new game or a remake to the fourth. Are you much of a Pokemon fan?
I'm a giant Pokemon fan. I really liked Sun and Moon. I'm just curious, like, why they didn't just release, like, even if it wasn't on the Switch, just like Stars, like just a compilation or like kind of like a Pokemon Crystal version of that. It was weird that they were releasing two separate games.
Well, I mean, more sales, I guess.
True.
They can
Yeah.
exploit their customers because Pokemon's huge. So,
Yeah.
yeah. To me, this is just a complete stopgap. It's not going to be as strenuous or hard to create a completely new game. It will be new. Like, it's going to have a new story in that. But like, it's not going to be as hard to make, and then they can put a lot of their focus into the Switch game, which I want that to happen.
Yeah.
They can throw more developers onto the Switch version and put less onto this.
So do you think that the Switch game is going to be like a brand new game, or do you think it's going to be maybe like a remake?
I think it has to be a brand new game.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the remakes always Game Freak like to focus on the competitive scene, even though they say they don't. They indirectly like to add things to it. Like they even buffed a bunch of Pokemon for Sun and Moon. unnecessary ones. They're still bad Pokemon though.
Yeah.
But no. What was I gonna say? What did you ask?
Oh, I asked if you think it's going to be a remake or like a brand new game.
Okay. Yeah. Because they use different engines for every new generation they do, and we're sort of at the start of Generation 7.
Yeah.
That could mean, oh, well, why? How can they make a new generation this quickly when they just made a Gen 7? So it's really a 50-50. I feel like it's going to be a new game. It's using the same mechanics in that as Sun and Moon. It's going to be still Gen 7 game. Just,
Mhm.
it's going to be prettier graphics in that. So, and I doubt a remake will be the first thing, because they said he came on E3 and said we're creating a new core Pokemon RPG. And to me, that's going to be a new region, new story, and whatever. But like all the
Yeah.
Pokemon and their moves and abilities and that are going to be all the same. And then they'll make a remake after that, which will either be Kanto or Sinnoh. If
I don't really like how they announced it though. I mean, I know that they
They
probably
had to.
don't have anything for it, but yeah.
They
It
literally
was kind
had
of
to,
just like,
because the internet was just
yeah.
in a fit of rage. I knew they were they didn't even have to tell me that they were making one. I knew they're developing one on the Switch, but people just straight up assumed that they're not.
Yeah, I saw it coming from a mile away.
They don't. Yeah, you don't have to tell me that you're developing a game on the Switch, but they had to, because people believe what they see immediately and just run with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I'm really excited to what's gonna happen with the Pokemon series going forward. Anyway, let's I don't know if I'd put Pokemon in the list. Probably not, just because it's an updated new story or whatever. But what's your third most anticipated game?
Well, my third most anticipated game is coming out in a week.
Hold up. We got a caller.
Frito, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Hey, what's up? Pretty good. And you?
Oh, we're doing pretty excellent right now, talking about some Nintendo games.
That's awesome. Hey, I have a question real quick. I'm actually enjoying the stream, so
Go
first
ahead.
of all, good job on the stream. Keep it up.
Thank you.
But question for you. What are some unannounced Switch games that you're really excited for?
Unannounced. So, are we using our imagination right now?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Are we using our imagination right now?
Basically, like any Nintendo properties that haven't been announced yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, I could go. Okay. There's so many. Okay. Does Castlevania count? Even though that's a Konami property?
Now let's go Nintendo, man.
Okay, right. I won't cheat.
Keep it Nintendo.
I would say Metroid, but they just announced one. So we're talking about the Switch right now. I don't know. You go ahead.
Okay.
What would yours be?
Mine?
Both of you.
Well, I've said for a while I'm a giant Mario Party fan. I mean, I'm not really craving multiplayer games right now.
That's all.
I'm not really craving a lot of multiplayer games right now, but
me neither.
I don't know. I just kind of would want like a new IP, maybe like a single player game.
I mean, Nintendo already pretty much bringing back like their good old IPs and that.
Yeah.
Like they're doing a good job catering to the Nintendo fans, I believe, at the moment.
Yeah.
Fred, what about you? What would you want them to revive? Brett?
Sorry, I'm lagging out right now.
Okay. What game would you want to come back?
A game that I would really like to see come to the Switch is a brand new Animal Crossing game, to be honest.
Oh, yes, that's what I would say. Okay, Animal Crossing.
Brand new Animal Crossing. That could with the new hardware and the fact that you can make it a console and a handheld, I can see them having so much new potential with it. But something that I'm kind of concerned with, I don't know if they're still going to have Street Pass or Spot Pass. I don't know if that's still going to be a thing.
So why not both? I mean, they can figure out something, I know.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. You look at Me Plaza on the Wii U. Look at Me Plaza. Sorry, Me Plaza. Animal Crossing Plaza on the Wii U. Just look at the designs of the characters. They look beautiful as it is. Just make that a full-blown game on the Switch. Insane.
Yep.
Okay.
Money.
Looks like King is back.
We'll get him.
It looks like you got someone else, so I'll take off. Let someone else go in.
Oh, thanks for calling, bro.
Yeah, of course, man. You guys continue the stream. Good job.
Cool, thanks.
Thanks, bro.
Hold on. Discord's being a weenie. King. Oh,
What's
he's
up?
muted right now. Okay, I'm just going to leave him in for now.
All right.
Yeah, Animal Crossing would be absolutely phenomenal.
It makes too much sense, dude.
That's my second choice from a Metroid game.
Yep.
Definitely.
But yeah, we were talking about my third most hyped game, and
Yes.
it's actually coming out.
I completely interrupted you.
Splatoon 2.
Splatoon 2, alright. Yeah, I'll put Splatoon 2 is low on the list because it's just a sequel to me. Like, I'm not crazy about Splatoon. But it looks like a full-blown great sequel to me.
I'm just, the biggest thing I'm excited about is what's that?
Is that your second most hyped game?
So I had Odyssey, Xenoblade, and then Splatoon.
Okay, so you're starting from your favorite.
Yeah.
I'm just going whatever. Yeah. What Splatoon 2 just looks... I mean, you've shared a lot of your opinions. If you want to go hear NintenTalk's opinions about Splatoon 2, he's got a great video talking about it. He goes in on that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I can't wait to get right into Splatoon, level up and stuff. Okay, I'm going to get King out of here. Okay. But yeah, definitely Splatoon 2 is up there. I can't wait for that game. And it's right around the corner, so what's better than to get excited about a game that's just about to come out?
Yeah, dude. I'm more excited to see how... I mean, I think everyone's kind of in this boat where, like, how is this voice chat going to work? Because, I don't know. It's just, like, so weird what I've seen so far from it. Oh, it looks like King wants to come back.
Yeah, I'll put him back in. Hold on. King.
Yo.
Yeah. Hail to the king. Triple H. Oh no, he's gone. All right. Yes. Okay. Splatoon 2. Yeah, that's definitely on the list. I can't wait for Splatoon 2. Yeah, not much to say about that. It just looks like a great sequel. I think Salmon Run's going to be an absolute blast. The problem I have with Salmon Run is... he's having trouble. I'll get him in anyway. He'll eventually figure things out.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
All right. Wait, can
What
you guys hear
happened?
me
Did you
now?
fall through a hole in the internet?
No, my cat wouldn't leave me alone.
All right, King, you're in at a perfect time. We're just talking about Splatoon 2, and we're talking about the voice chat. What do you think?
Oh yeah. I just hope they it's not as bad as Call of Duty. You know, you got those 11-year-olds that yell at you.
Oh,
If it's gonna be like
definitely.
that, it's gonna be. If it's gonna be like that, it's gonna be a failure, big time.
Yeah.
They're just gonna have to like.
I don't want to talk to randoms, really.
It's just your friends, though, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
as far as we know.
You would think because you don't need to be going into a lobby and then hear somebody speaking a whole different language.
Yeah.
And I hope they
Well,
make
I'm
matching.
pretty sure it's to do with where you live, though. I'm not sure. I think they have different Japanese servers and that. Is that true?
How do you guys feel about the hardware itself, though?
Oh, the
I mean,
mic?
Yeah, like the whole connecting to the phone.
Man, I don't care. I got
I think
Discord.
it's confusing.
Yeah, exactly.
You can literally use Discord on your phone to do that. Oh, see you later, King. I guess it did fall through a hole. No, King's a good caller. That was good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to our most anticipated game. Oh,
Oh wait,
sorry.
are we
No,
going backwards?
No, don't worry about it. Just what's your fifth game?
So I did Odyssey, Xenoblade, Splatoon. Then it would probably be Rabbids.
Okay. I'd say Breath of the Wild again. No, that's cheating, isn't it? No,
Oh, the DLC.
I'd put Fire Emblem on there.
Yeah,
Fire
yeah.
Emblem
See, I'm not a big Fire
Warriors.
Emblem guy.
Okay. Well, I think it works very well. Fire Emblem works very well with the Warriors series. I mean, this time you can actually organize where your army goes and that. So it
Yeah.
kind of works out in the whole war situation. And you got the traditional level ups and stuff, just like Fire Emblem. So they've turned it into an RPG / Warriors game. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, just because Hyrule Warriors was really good, that was a great experience for me. Did you play that?
I did. I actually liked that game a lot.
It's very deep. It is very deep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 100%ing that game. It takes a lot of effort. Not that I did. I wouldn't dream of it. No, that game is very deep, and I believe this game is going to be very deep as well. Well, so you're not much of a Fire Emblem fan. Would you get the 2018 Fire Emblem?
I would have to see it. Maybe. I mean, depends like what's coming out because there's a lot of games next year that I'm looking forward to. Well, the ones that they announced.
Yeah. I'm gonna be broke next year. Like, there's a lot of stuff that is coming out that's outside of Nintendo as well. So,
Yeah.
my gaming needs are completely fulfilled this year and next year already.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
what's your 4? Did you say your 4?
Oh, I just added Splatoon in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then Fire Emblem is my 5th. But yeah, Xenoblade 2 is my most anticipated one.
Yeah.
And yours is Odyssey. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like an easy thing to put Odyssey up there, but I just love RPGs so much, and I had to put Xenoblade as my favorite.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just that simple. I might get off soon, but I want to talk about Metroid real quick.
Okay.
Metroid Prime 4. So you much of a Metroid fan?
Definitely. Yep. I played all the Prime series.
Okay, so I've played Prime 1 and 2, and I have not beaten Prime 3. I'm like a good chunk into it, I guess, about a third through.
Yep.
So I have yet to beat Prime 3. So apparently the story wraps up in Prime 3.
Yeah, I liked 3 a lot. I liked 1, 3, and then 2.
Okay. So far Prime 3 is doesn't feel as fun as the others.
Okay.
Really? Oh, here we go. You think Prime 3 is better?
I like 3 better than 2.
Okay.
But I mean 1. I mean, we're in agree that 1's the better one, right?
Easy.
Yeah.
1 is awesome. That game has so much replay value to it.
So were you hoping for Prime, or did you want like a classic 2D?
I don't care, just a traditional Metroid game. And we got 2 of them.
Yeah, dude.
I would have put in fact, I might even replace Fire Emblem Warriors for Metroid 2 remake.
Yeah, Metroid's actually my 5th.
Yeah.
Samus Returns, yeah.
So the first Metroid 2 on the Game Boy is probably one of the most outdated games that I've seen.
Yeah.
That game looks so outdated and it doesn't look fun to play at all.
Yeah.
But if you play the games in order or whatever, the story kind of joins up really well. And you would want to experience it, but you just can't really play it. It's just such a hard thing to do. I wouldn't play it. But now that we got this remake, which looks absolutely phenomenal, it looks very fast and action packed, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah, it looks really good. I love like the battle sequences and stuff. It just looks like a great game.
Yeah, people thought it looked like Other M when you had the sort of cutscene kills.
Yeah,
I didn't think of it that way. I thought it was just a stylized critical hit.
yeah,
That's how I felt. But the melee counter just had me hyped. I'm like, oh my, this looks awesome. There's nothing I love better in action games than having a counter or a melee counter that's not like, it doesn't have like a button at the top of your head telling you, oh, there's an attack coming, counter it.
yeah. I agree.
I love actually reading your opponents and doing an actual counter, and it feels absolutely rewarding.
Yeah, dude, the 3DS has some great games coming out.
Are you into Pikmin, the new one?
I'm into it. I mean, everyone's freaking out that it's like, oh, this is the new Pikmin game. Like, this is a
Of course
filler.
not. Hello?
Yeah, I keep saying like, there's no way. There's
No,
no
of
way
course
Pikmin's gonna
not.
become this. Yeah,
Nah, I'm not interested. It doesn't look fun. It looks really slow.
yeah,
And like, it's not like Pikmin games are fast or anything, but just a really slow 2D platformer just doesn't hit my buttons at all.
yeah. It looks super easy.
When it comes to 3DS, we got Samus Returns and Sun and Moon. That's pretty much
You
me.
into Ever Oasis or Monster Hunter on there?
Oh, Monster Hunter. I'm huge on Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
But you know, well, Monster Hunter Stories, yeah, I'll probably get it. It looks really cool. I play a lot of Monster Hunter. I've put thousands of hours into the series.
yep.
I've been supporting that series for a while, since the PSP. And I can't wait for that. And I hope Capcom announce a localization for the Switch for Double Cross.
Yeah, that would be good.
I am importing it because I want to play the new things that are in the game. But I want to be
Yep.
able to read and transfer my save data because I already put a lot of time into Generations.
Yeah,
But no, Monster Hunter Stories does look clean. Yeah, I'll be getting that. Yeah, Ever Oasis. Look, the thing about
Uh-oh.
yeah, okay, it doesn't look very interesting at all.
Yeah, It's a pretty
it
game.
looks so plain. Not because of the desert, but
Yep.
the gameplay looks very plain. It just looks like you're monotonously hitting a enemy, just doing damage.
Yeah,
And you have to be sort of careful when you create action RPGs because you want to make the action a little more investing.
yeah. I mean, it's a pretty good. The games that are coming out for the 3DS, it's a pretty good send off to the 3DS.
I guess,
Is
yeah.
there anything planned for 18 or no? 2018?
With the 3DS,
Yeah,
God,
I don't
not
think
that
so.
I know actually.
yeah.
What could they possibly put on their 3DS?
I don't know. Like, you're getting a Metroid, a Pokemon. Like, what more do you want?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think 2017's it.
Yep.
And so we got Monster Hunter Stories, we got Metroid and Pokemon. That's pretty much my 3DS for this year. Unless
Yeah.
they announce something new, which I don't see happening. But anyway, we're gonna get off right now. So I want you to shout out your channel, plug yourself.
All right, NintenTalk. Yeah, the description's in the or the links in the description.
No pressure.
You can follow me on you can follow me on Twitter, rwing attack, and yeah, you can find me there.
Yeah, make sure you follow him because he does a lot of Nintendo discussions. So if you want to see more in-depth prepared videos, go check him out. So make sure you follow us both on Twitter if you want updates for both of our channels when we're going live or whatever. I'm gonna get out of here. So hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of this sort of stuff. I'll see you later.
See ya.